What I'm asking is to create 9 sheets, and I'm defining the sheet names. Use for the sheet names the design option first, then to use a score, and then to use the view name. So I have different views here. For example, level 1, level 1, level 1, and then I got, well, roofs and so on. So I'm asking to create 9 sheets, one for each view, using those view names. And then to finally use a prefix. I want to use underscore and then arc. And then for the sheet numbers, I want to use, well, to number them from 101 to 109. And for all new sheets, I want to use this specific title block. Great, so I just set the sheet numbers. Yeah, we got all the sheets as I defined in the prompt. I first got the design option, El Cabrillo, Charman, or Dover, and then use the view names that I want to use for per level, well, the score, and then level 01, and then the prefix, well, sorry, the suffix. And I'm going to be adding the views that I have here into these specific sheets. So I'm going to open one of them. This is the title block that I selected, the E whatever, I don't remember the name, E, yeah, 30 by 42. I'm going to be asking to add the corresponding views to all new sheets. And it doesn't matter the view positions on the sheets. And I'm going to be explaining you why I said that. There is a specific reason why I said that, but let's first place all the views, and then we jump into how AI is positioning our views. So basically, I think it was in Revit 2026 and 2027, they introduced something called safe positions. Basically, within the views, if you come into properties, you come all the way down, you have something that is called here the safe position. Well, this defines the position of these views, of this specific view, when it's added to a sheet. Basically, by default, when a view has that safe position, AI is going to give priority to that safe position. So instead of like specifying the coordinate and then use that for placing the view, it's by default just use the safe position. And that's what I said, that I don't want to, well, that actually the view position doesn't matter. So let's start going into the sheets, and I see that I got the views already placed here, so I can just open them, and then I got the floor plan placed here. So I want to show you how it works with when you don't have safe position, because sometimes, I mean, I guess you're just creating views and working with them, and you may not have that safe position. So AI can also add those views into the sheets. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be creating elevations. So I'm going to jump into the third task that I want to show. And for that, I'm going to open, I think, El Cabrillo view. And I'm going to be placing 2 lines here. Let me place 2 lines, just one here. This is basically to define the position of the new elevations. I'm going to place a different one here. So I'm going to say in my current view, I place and selected 2 lines. I would like to create 6 sections, 2 for each design option. So because it has the context from the previous conversation, so it knows about the Dover, Charman, El Cabrillo. And then I'm asking to adjust views design option. So I'm asking for each view, for each section that is created, to adjust the parameter that refers to the design option. And then once that is adjusted, I want to place them in the corresponding, in the corresponding sheets. And I want that those views are not overlapping. One of the limitations that this has is that basically when AI is going to place the views on the sheets, well, AI only has the sheets frames, and that means it has one corner. I think it's right corner and bottom left corner. So it has 2 corners. So and based on that frame, it's going to place the views within the frame. The limitation is that it doesn't actually knows if you have like a side title block here or at the bottom. Sometimes, I mean, this tool is not perfect. So sometimes when you place views, you may adjust those here to, well, to avoid overlapping the title block or so on. So I can see that I have all the new sections here according to their corresponding design option. But also I can see, as I mentioned, that they overlap the title block. So we will need to do this manually, this small adjustment to avoid overlapping the title block. But I mean, we can see that at least it detected the main floor plan and it placed the new ones based on the empty space.